It's so strange to me how on as in how extreme people can go sometimes. Like, have you seen the videos about the African woman who has threatened to unalive African Americans? Like, she's literally saying that she do not like them. Like, even though you have a personal issue with one or two people, why bring it to the general community? Like, make it make sense to me. I mean, how do people say those things? How do people have the confidence, the boldness to say those things to a community as a whole? How do you do that? It's really strange to me. But anyway, guys, we're going to let the rest of these videos play out while we understand or we hear from people what they really think, and we also hear what this person is trying to say, honestly. Because to me, I do not think it makes sense. Like, you can't just come out on social media and make such threats to a community. It's absurd, honestly. But let's let the rest of the videos play out. Then we come back, read people's comments about this, and then we understand exactly what's going on. All right. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section. All right. Remain the original creators of these videos. Let's watch, and then we come back. Let's watch.
Treatment to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest. You know what time it is. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week.
So in the beginning, she was saying Happy Black History Month. It cut off a little bit because, child, I had to find, it was hard. She deleted it, of course. But this girl is from Sierra Leone, sitting up here talking, like, that is literally terroristic threats against American people. We're Americans, and you're going to get on the internet and threaten us and say that you wish you could strap a explosive to your chest to unalive us? Now, y'all know I don't run around saying FBA, FBA. I always have to keep putting that out there. However, all FBA means is that you do not have an immigrant background. So every Black American, whether you call yourself that or not, if you don't have an immigrant background, you are technically a foundational Black American. I don't know why people keep trying to make it seem like being FBA is a group or an organization. They're trying their hardest to do that. And the fact that these people, these African people, it's mostly the Africans, child, that really, really hate FBA. They don't like that we're not calling ourselves African American anymore. They don't like that, you know, we're basically saying, okay, you could celebrate Black History Month, but Black History Month is Black American History Month. I mean, isn't that like common sense? We're in the United States of America. Why wouldn't it be considered an American holiday? And the fact that she literally was like, oh, well, I could give the biracials a pass. Who is you to give anybody a pass for Black History Month? You're African. You are a continental African. Your ancestry, your lineage did not build anything here in the United States of America. The nerve, the audacity, and the gall. And shit like this is why a lot of us are like, no, we need to literally draw a line in the sand and be very distinct with who's who. Because look at how these people carry on. Who does she think she is? Now, if somebody run up on her, I'm not condoning violence and nothing like that. But if somebody run up in her shit, then she gonna be crying. And then she was in the comments, people was like, oh, this is another comments on another video, because now she's trying to backtrack and bussy pop all over the goddamn internet. And she basically saying, oh, well, yeah, if I go back to my country, I'm gonna be going back to 3 houses. So go back then. They always swear their countries are so much better, but they're here. They're EBA. They hate the FBA, but they EBA everywhere but goddamn Africa. Go back. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Since you really cannot stand Black Americans without an immigrant background, and those of us who are starting to wake up and see how you all have treated us, and it hasn't been a beneficial reciprocity type of relationship with us and everybody else with melanin outside of the United States. It's just been give, 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 give. What have we been able to take? What have we been able to gain? Like, to be quite honest, it's very parasitic in a lot of instances. And the fact that y'all get up here and talk crazy like this, who, Child, somebody need to call the authorities because that's dangerous. Girl, you're dangerous. And then we be saying that they act like the white tea supremacy. It's the white tea kids that be going up in the schools, even having them thoughts to want to blow something up or pow shoot something up. You are giving Cody and them Zach and Cody vibes. Black History Month, I don't understand why these people are crashing out so bad with us just making a distinction of the fact that we have our own ethnicity and our own lineage. It really makes you wonder what the fuck is going on. It feels sinister. It's kind of demonic at this point. Like, I don't, why do people care how another group of people identify that has absolutely nothing to do with you? Y'all keep bragging about having a home to go back to and how we don't have no culture. So why do you give a fuck what we're talking about or what we're saying? Why is it really triggering these people? I swear it's like we're literally like provoking the demon in them. Like, I don't know what's going on. What do y'all think about this? Spread of us the Brooklyn way. Like, she literally just got up here and said she went to unalive Black Americans.
So everybody always trying to blame white people for slavery. What about the Africans who sold us to the Americans and to the British and the Europeans? What about the Africans? Do you want to go to Africa? Hell no, I don't want to go no goddamn Africa. Africans don't like black people. We ain't black and we ain't African. I know we're not African. Well, how many of these African countries came back over here trying to save us? If anybody owes us reparations, it's those African countries who sold us, because the white boy didn't force us to come over here. They bought us. We were purchased. If that's really true, we were purchased. So no, I don't want to go back to Africa, because Africa owes us reparations.
So I keep seeing these videos about Africans apologizing to Black Americans, right, for the treatment. And let me just say this. I don't know what it is about Africans not liking us. I don't know what it is. Y'all act like we have actually done something wrong to y'all when all we've ever done was fight just to survive, just to be recognized, to be noticed. And now we got problems with y'all, the same color. This is what I'm saying. We can't win for losing. Let me say this. I think it's very disrespectful when you go to get your hair braided and these women are speaking in their native tongue and they're talking about you. I think it's, come on now. Like, you'll come over here and get our money, but then you talk about us like dogs, like dogs. But why are you over here? Well, why not just stay in your country and get the money? Because they don't treat y'all right over there. So you come over here and then y'all think y'all gonna dog us. And wrong answers. Because let me tell you something. If every black woman that loves getting her hair braided, if we stopped getting our hair braided, y'all asses is in trouble. So please, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to get that shit together, because I have a friend that lives in Canada and she is catching hell from the African community. Do you understand? She is catching pure hell. They're not nice. They're mean. And when I say mean, I mean mean to the damn bone. Y'all need to get it together and figure out what the problem is that y'all have with us. We don't have a problem with y'all. Then you have these shops y'all want us to come in and buy. You barely even speak to us. If you can't speak to me, I'm not spending my money there. And y'all have some beautiful y'all have some beautiful materials, y'all have beautiful items that I would love to buy, but I'd be damned if I'm a step in an African shop and you don't speak to me or you don't like me and we the same colors. Get this shit together.
A black American man moves to Africa to escape white tea supremacy, only to experience African supremacy.
Now, y'all taking advantage of people out on the street. Look, they all in my bag, they searching me. But they ain't gonna stop a white and a Chinese person. This dude right here, he a little rude. He a little rude right here. But this dude right here, look at him. He was going crazy.
So in Africa, you can't throw the race card as a black American. Are you serious? So in Africa, you can't sue the African police because they don't have no money as a black American. So in Africa, you can't even shine awareness on the situation that you're being singled out as a black American being harassed by African police. They're not going to give no spotlight to that. And who cares if they treat the Chinese and the white tea people better than you as a black American in Africa? No one cares because it's Africa. It seems like you have more rights in America as a black American than as a black American in Africa. Think about that.
Yes, black Americans are the blueprint of black people, honey. Get it together.
And this is why when people say you look American, it could never be a compliment. Because this girl just said, Black Americans are the blueprint of black people. How? When you literally get BBLs to look like African women, it doesn't make any sense. Number two, y'all didn't popularize Tyler, actually. She's very authentic. Every interview she goes to, her accent is potent. And people ask her, where is this girl from? South Africa. She popularized herself. You just mad that she's famous. Number three, Tyler's challenge water was popular in South Africa and y'all decided to participate in a South African trend and now you mad because it went viral? The same way you're trying to do that sana ni na dance with the shoulder and you're not even doing it properly because it was a family thing and you decided to participate. You're like doing this thing of taking African ideas, bedazzling them and putting a twist and then wanting to name them American so that you can say you're the blueprint. You are not the blueprint. A lot of your ideas already exist in Africa. You'll just switch it up and call it culture. I think the word she was looking for is influential. So that means you influence people into wanting to do the same things as you. But blueprint means I came up with the idea, which is kind of crazy. An example of this is them wearing locks and putting a lot of beads on and waist beads and skirts and calling it the Earth Girl aesthetic. You just look like an upcycled, colorful sangoma, if we're being for real. Y'all are the one diaspora that tries so hard to separate yourselves from your own people. And I understand it's probably out of trauma. But if you don't want to associate yourself with African and Caribbean people, that's cool, since you think being American is such an achievement. At the end of the day, over there, they can still kill you for your skin color since you think that's a trophy. But here in the motherland, you're always welcome. So the hate is one-sided, not from our side.
I was talking to a friend the other day and I was saying that I do not know where people get their audacity from. I do not know where people get their mind from, honestly. Because I do not understand why you're going to come on social media, you're going to come to the public world, and then you would publicly declare a threat over a community. I do not understand how people think of things sometimes. It's okay, like I said, if you have issue with a personal one or two people, and then you can maybe hold a grudge or two, and that's fine. But for you to come out and declare a threat to a completely big whole community, that's strange to me. I do not understand how people think or why people would do such a thing. So anyway, we have comments about this and people have dropped their comments in the comment section. So we just head down to the comment section and understand what people are saying. So someone said, this is deeply disturbing. Threatening violence against any group, especially an entire community, is completely unacceptable. Freedom of speech doesn't give anyone the right to incite hatred or harm. I hope the court handle this with the seriousness it deserves, because threats like this can fuel real violence and fear. Everyone deserves to feel safe, and people who make violent threats need to be held accountable. Because I don't understand it. It's really shocking to me. Like when I saw it on my For You page, I was like, how can someone say this? How can someone really say this to a whole community? Please, the person needs to be held accountable. And people deserve to feel safe. You understand? People have to feel safe about going about their day-to-day life without having to have fear resting on their shoulders. Okay, then the next person said, it sounds like there's more happening beneath the surface here. When someone makes statements like that, it often reflects deep distress or mental health issue. That doesn't excuse the threat, but it does remind us that we need better support system. But for public safety and for identifying when someone is in crisis, locking someone up might be necessary, but we should also think about treatment and prevention. Okay, this person is trying to say that there's a possibility that this person has a psychological issue or something, or is having issues contemplating their distress and every other thing. I get that, but still people have to understand that actions have consequences. Okay, you don't have to just come online and drop threats like that for a full community. I do not understand that. The next person said, threatening entire group of people across a line legally in the US and many other places, crosses the line legally in US and many other places. Many criminal threat is actionable and not protected speech. The fact that she was jailed suggests the prosecutors had evidence that her statements weren't just empty words. I hope the legal process is fair but also firm. Threats against broad communities can escalate quickly if they are not taken seriously. Because right now, people are so scared because you do not know what people have in mind. You do not know what people are planning. You do not know what someone is thinking. Because before someone can come out and say such a thing, you don't know what the person has had in mind or what this person has plotted beforehand. Okay, in as much as we are considering that this person might be mentally unstable and all that, but we still also have to consider what if this person is, or what if this person is not? Okay, then the next person said, it's terrible to hear about such a threat. No matter someone's background, whether African, American, or anything else, we need to condemn violence. At the same time, I don't want this incident to be used as an excuse to stereotype all immigrants or African born people. One person's action shouldn't define an entire group, but individuals who make violent threats should absolutely face justice. You know, right now, that's why I said a lot of people need to be careful about what they say, because at the end of the day, it falls down to their communities. It falls back to their people. Because right now, you know, the whole stereotype around African people, you understand, immigrants and all, with everything happening online right now, and someone comes out and makes such statements, it comes back to their people. It comes back to the immigrants. It comes back to the African people. And that's not fair, because one person is trying so hard to ruin the name of other people. And people won't see that like that, because right now it boils down to Africans, it boils down to immigrants. But people will not understand that one person's statement does not entirely decide other people's statement, does not entirely state what other people are saying. But one person can entirely destroy the name of other people who are connected to his or her communities. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this one. Please do not forget to like, drop your comments, please, because I want to know what you all think, and subscribe. Okay, all right, remain to the original creators of these videos. Thanks so much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next. Bye.